Hey guys, how's it going? I bought this js22 Randy Rhodes off of eBay, and the guy I got it from, he put a Tune-Matic bridge on here that's gold, and I don't know if you can see here some gold tuners, and I really hate them. They don't match the guitar, and these pickups here are not the original pickups. I don't know what they are. They're not very good quality. The high gain sucks. So basically, what I'm doing today is a demolition of this guitar because I'm going to completely renovate the guitar. Um, Also, as you can see here, the knob for the selector switch for the pickups is completely missing, and everything else is black that matches the guitar, but this is chrome. So I'm going to order a black one of those too. So basically what you want to do here is just go ahead and loosen your strings. And once you get the strings off, then you can go ahead and, start pulling all your hardware off. And there will also be a part two to this video of me installing, all these extra components. I'm kind of waiting for them in the mail. I don't know when they're going to come yet, but be on the lookout for that. I think I scratched the body a little bit, pulling out that string. No big deal. It's a gloss body, they polish. It's kind of the most boring part of the video, having to, pull strings off. Wish I would have done that to start with, but, sorry. I would just cut the strings off, but given the fact that I don't have another set right now, and I also have to order some of those, I may get the parts before I get strings, and if that happens, I want to be able to reuse these, because they are relatively new strings. I just put them on maybe 2 weeks ago. Also, another thing you're going to watch out for, I noticed on these cheaper Jacksons, the string furls in the back, they tend to fall out when you're changing the strings. I don't know what's up with that. I don't seem to be having an issue with these ones. Maybe the guy that had it before me super glued them. Oh, look at that. I got a little straggler here. My headphones hanging out. All right. So, anyway, just kind of be on the lookout. I've dropped them, almost lost them before, and I've got a dinky that's set up the same way. It's a js22. Also going to be upgrading that at some point in the future. It plays a lot better than this one. Sounds a lot better because it doesn't have crap hardware in it. It's just kind of got like the standard Jackson js22 hardware, so that's not really too bad. Definitely could be better, but the js22s for the money you pay are actually really good guitars. lost a string furl yet. And we're on the last string. That's good news. Really need a string winder for times like this. I don't know why I don't have one. I had like a bunch of them laying around and they just seem to have vanished. But, you know, things happen. All right, here's our last string. And another thing I just noticed, if you look at this bridge, the Tune-o-matic here, see how these screws are in the front? Those are your intonation screws. And the bridge is actually supposed to be with this side facing the pickup. Now, the reason for that is if you put it this way, then see how the sharp edge right here is sitting on your E? You definitely you don't want that to happen. It's a good way to break a string. Generally, they go this way because now there's no sharp edge. It's more of like a slanted edge. You know, you dig in, you palm mute, things like that. It's just a really great way to break strings. So, that being said, it doesn't really matter. I'm replacing the bridge anyway. This bridge sucks. These posts just kind of, you can unscrew them with your hand. Pretty simple. They just kind of come right out. Ah. And there's your pickup, or I'm sorry, your bridge posts. These knobs are just, I believe they just pop right off. Yeah, they're not, they don't have a screw in them. Some of them do. These ones don't. I'm going to go ahead and keep these. They're good knobs. They're black. They match what I'm doing. As for the pickup pots, I'll eventually replace those. The input jack is already black. I'm not really going to worry too much about that. I did actually, when I bought the guitar, I put strap locks on it. I believe these are Dunlop strap locks, I want to say. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're Dunlop. So, but that's a good option. You know, it's a pointy guitar. You don't want to drop it. If you do, they tend to break. I did that with a Jackson Warrior, and it was definitely not a good moment for me. So, now you're just going to take a screwdriver for these tuning pegs here. Just grab a screwdriver, and you're just going to loosen these screws right here at the bottom. Once you take those out, you'll have some movement in the tuner, and you can go ahead and loosen the nut and pull them right out. All except for this screwdriver isn't going to work. So hopefully, in my handy dandy little kit here, which right here we go. So you're going to need something small, kind of like that, you know, just a little cheap Phillips. You're going to want to make sure you put pressure on the neck when you're doing this, because otherwise if you strip the screw, then I mean you're like extra screwed, no pun intended, you know. But so you just kind of take these guys out here one at a time. I also just bought that js22. There's a video of it on my page. I love that guitar. Sorry about the sound quality. I didn't realize that, it wasn't very loud when I was recording. But if you listen to, headphones or anything like that, you should be fine. So some of these screws are a little bound up. There we go. Now, a good little note, just because, you might drop a screw or something when you're replacing these tuners. Go ahead and hold these screws. They're in the back of the headstock. Nobody's going to see them. These ones are gold, but it's not really going to matter. So that way, if I drop a screw when I'm replacing these, it's really not that big of a deal. I can just, I got more, whatever. I just kind of throw them in my little guitar kit, All right, one that's coming out easy. It actually appears as though somebody put some Loctite or something on these. It's kind of unnecessary. You don't need to do that. The screw is literally just to keep the tuner from twisting, so. All right. Well, almost. All right. So there's that. I took the screws out of the back. Now, as you can see, these tuners, they get loose and they'll actually kind of move around. And then after you do that, you're going to want to grab a crescent wrench or, even a socket that's the right size or whatever. Make sure it's a deep well, and just kind of loosen these guys up here. There's some nuts here at the, hold on here. There you go. These nuts right here, if you just loosen those up, the tuners pretty much fall out at that point. Pretty simple. I'm actually going to be saving these tuners. A buddy of mine needs some tuners. He said he would be happy to take my leftovers, so I'm going to go ahead and give them to him.